Hello students, welcome to this online course of Strength of Materials. So we have started our new topic, which is the variation of shear stresses. So in the previous lecture we have discussed about the basics of the shear variation, how it is coming to the beam, and we have derived the equation also, that was V into A y bar divided by I into B. So we have explained like each and every term, and you have to be very careful while taking the values of the various terms. So today we are going to see the variation of shear stresses for the standard cases. So the first case which we are going to see is the rectangular section, how the shear stress will be varying in a rectangular section. So this is any rectangular section. So the width is B and total width depth is D. So the cross section area is B by D. So we want to generalize equation for the shear variation. So you can see the width is constant, and we want to check how it is going to vary with the depth. So at any particular section Y, we have taken the section and we want to calculate the shear stress. So consider, let AA be the fiber at a distance Y from the neutral axis. So any random fiber or an element is taken from the neutral axis which is at a distance of Y from neutral axis, and the V is the shear stress at that particular section. Now shear stresses which we have derived as Q V by Bi into A into Y into bar, Y bar. So what we are, so V is constant, B you can see it's also constant, I will be a constant which will be dq by 12. So A into Y we have to check. So what I have told you, what the area you have to take, if this is the section, any section is this, so the area above this section we have to take. Okay, so this is the section, so area will be how much? The shaded portion is the required area for us, that is how much? D by 2 in D by 2 minus Y into P. So you can see B into depth of the section is D by 2 minus Y. So this depth. Now this is Y bar. Y bar is the neutral axis, centroid of this section from the neutral axis. Okay, so centroid will be at, if this is D by 2 minus Y, so it will be half plus Y, because we are going to take it from the neutral axis. So you can see Y plus half times D by 2 minus Y. So finally you will get half D by 2 plus Y after solving this. I is nothing but BDQ by 12. So after putting all the values here, you can see, and you will get the value of this 6V by BDQ multiplied by D square by 4 minus Y square. So as you are going to change the value of Y, you will get the various values of the shear stress. So if we are going to put Y as 0, Y0 means at the neutral axis, so you will get 3 by 2 V into BD, V by BD. And if at the ends you are going to check what is at the extreme fiber. So here Y is nothing but D by 2 plus minus D by 2 is there, that means Q is 0. So the variation is something like this, and it is a parabolic variation because the value of the power of Y is 2. Okay, so you can see here after putting the value, so Q max is at the neutral axis, so for that Y will be 0, so it is coming out to be 3 by 2 V by BD. So generally V by BD is what? V is the total shear at the section, BD is the total area of that section. So V by BD is generally termed as Q average, that is the average shear on that particular section. So maximum shear is 3 by 2 times, 1.5 times more than Q average. So Q average is V by BD, and this is the variation of the shear stress throughout the depth for a particular rectangular section. So I hope this is clear to you. Now we will move to next section, which is a circular section. So for circular section, what we are going to do, same, we are going to take a small strip. Okay, we will try to calculate all the required values, and we will put those values in the standard equation, which is what, q is equal to b ay bar upon I into b. So now you can see here, though the I is okay constant, b is also same, but this b, a and y bar we have to calculate. Here b is not constant, we have to calculate the p. Okay, so at any depth like y, what we are going to do, we are going to take a small step. Okay, at angle theta, the variation is like up till depth y theta is there, and up till depth z phi is there. Okay, so first try to calculate the b. B is this, for the strip, this is the width of the required width which we are going to use in the question. So this is nothing but d cos 2 times d by 2 cos phi. D by 2 is nothing but radius only. So if we are going to see, if this is phi, so this will be our d by 2 cos phi, and total width will be 2 times. So here 2 into d by 2 cos phi, so it is coming out to be d cos phi. Now we have to check the variation of z. What is z? So z is this distance, this is nothing but d by 2 sin phi. Okay, so what is dz? Dz is, we have to take the differentiation, so d by 2 cos phi into d phi, because sin phi, the differentiation of sin phi is cos phi d phi. So this is our dz. Let us see how we are going to use it. So we have to calculate the area. Area of that element is nothing but b into dz. You can see here, so the width of the section is, let me just show you, area of the strip is what, this was our b, this is b, and this is dz at a distance of z. So b into dz is the required area. So required area, just we have calculated b and dz both, it is coming out to be d square by 2 cos square phi into d phi. Now moment about neutral axis of this area will be how much? We have to multiply by the z. So a into z, z also we have calculated. So finally you are getting this, the moment of this particular strip about neutral axis is d cube by 4 cos square phi sin phi into d phi. Now we want to calculate ay bar. So what we are going to do, for that we have to integrate it from theta to pi by 2. So you can see here the limits. So this is the limit, this was, for this we are having theta, and for, if we want to calculate till here, we have to pi will be how much, pi by 2, that is 90 degrees at any particular random theta we are calculating. Okay, so this is a very simple integration. Finally you will get d cube by 12 cos cube theta. So put all the values here, and we are having, in this we are going to convert, we don't want any theta, we want the variation with respect to y. So from the right angled angle we will substitute the value of sin theta. So sin theta is y by d by 2. So finally what we are seeing, this is the variation of the shear stress in a circular beam at any distance y from the neutral axis. So 16 by 3 v divided by pi d square 1 minus 4y square by d square. Again at the neutral axis put y is equal to 0, and at plus minus d by 2 also it is coming out to be 0. So we have to check for the maximum value by, we will take the path of so we have to calculate for y is equal to 0, it is not 0 actually, y is equal to 0 means only this term will become 0. So it is coming out to be 16 by 3 v by pi d square. So here what will be the q average? Q average will be v upon area is pi by 4 into d square. Okay, so you can see here it is v by pi d square by 4. That means if you are going to convert q max in terms of q average, that it is coming out to be 4 by 3 q average. Okay, very simple mathematics is there. So the circular section also shear stress varies parabolically from 0 at extreme edge to the maximum value of 4 by 3 q average at mid depth. So this is the variation. It is something like the rectangular variation only, but the difference is there it was 3 by 2, that was 1.5, and here it is 1.33. Okay, so this is our circular section. Next is our triangular section. Triangular section is also not very difficult, just we have to take, so b and h is our the base and the height. So the centroid is h by 3 from base or 2h by 3 from top, that is known to us. Now the shear stress at any distance, so this is our section AA at a distance of y from top fiber. So width of that, this is b dash. So from similar triangle we can calculate b dash is nothing but y by h into b, and area will be how much? Area will become half into b dash into y. So put the values of b dash, we are getting area is by square by 2h. So this is the area of that section. Now centroid from the top will be how much? 2y by 3. So the distance of centroid, that is the distance of this G from this capital G, will be how much? 2h by 3 minus 2y by 3, that is 2 by 3 h minus y. That is okay. Now area is there, centroid, the distance of centroid from the neutral axis is here. So the moment of this area about neutral axis will be a into y bar. Put all the values, you will get 1 by 3 b by h minus 5 into y square. So now what we are going to do, we will be simply putting the values in the equation. Q is nothing but v upon b into I a y bar. So just put all the values. What we are getting, Q is 12v by upon ph cube h minus y into y. This is also a parabolic variation because this y will be multiplied inside and it will become hy minus y square. Now interestingly, here what we are going to see, at y is equal to 0, q is 0. At y is equal to h, because h minus y is there, h minus h will be 0. So at neutral axis, at the bottom and at the, because we are taking y from the top, so at top and at bottom it is 0. Now we have to calculate the value of q max. So after differentiating the value of q with respect to y, what we are going to do, what we are going to get, we are going to get y is as h by 2. So the maximum y is coming out to be at a distance half the depth, that is midway from the top, that is h by 2. So put the value of y as h by 2 in this equation. What we are going to get, we are going to get 3 by 2 into q average, again the same as the rectangular case. And so this is your q average. Here you have to see q average will be how much? B upon bh by 2, because the area of triangle is half into base into height. So don't make the mistake like taking the area as b into h. Many students usually do this kind of mistakes. So the area of triangle is bh by 2, that's why then only it will come as 3 by 2 into q average. Now one more location is there, that is the location at midpoint, neutral axis. So the neutral axis y is how much from the top? 2h by 3. Putting all the values, how much we are getting? We are getting for the neutral axis q is 4 by 3 into q average. Why we are taking at q average? Q average is very easy to calculate because only v is required and the area is also given to us, so it is very easy to calculate. in terms of Q average. So Qmax is, sorry, this is 3 by 2 Q average, here 3 by 2 will come, and Q average is as usual V upon VH by 2. So these are some sections, standard sections, which you have to take care. Like, you can also learn the standard values, and if the question is of lesser mark, you can directly use, or if they are going to see, if they are allocating like 10 marks or 15 marks, then first you have to derive the equation for shear stress, then only you have to calculate for the required depth, whatever they are asking in the question. So in the next class we will be seeing the problems. So this is all for today. Thank you.